So Mary McCain says, "Hi, Luke. I have a question about math terms in English. I have no clue how to say them or use them. I need more info on that." Fairly broad question. One of the first ever videos on this channel, if you go back to the oldest videos on this channel, I'm quite embarrassed about all of them, but I haven't taken them down. Probably should. If you're on YouTube, by the way, this is for YouTube. Probably should, but I haven't. So if you go to those, you'll find a video I did on math terms specifically. It's probably 20 minutes long, only on how to say math-related things in English. But I can give an abbreviated version if you like. So the basic things we use in math are the main four symbols represent an action, right? Plus is the name of one symbol. The minus sign is the name of another. And then the other ones, you could say it's a division sign. I haven't heard people say a division symbol, but sometimes it's also written as a slash. And then the X that's used is usually just called times. I've heard some people say times symbol, but those are the things. But how do we actually say it when you have a mathematical equation? Well, if you have 4 and 4, let's say, if it's a plus sign, the action would be plus. So you just say plus as an action. It's a plus sign, and you say this plus that, so 4 plus 4. Then, when you say the result, you can either say equals or is. Equals or is. Either one of those is okay. So 4 plus 4 is 8. 4 plus 4 equals 8. Okay, fairly straightforward. Now you could say, some people say 4 and 4, but usually plus. Now, what about what action you're doing in general? What is this activity? What is this thing called? The activity is not called plussing. What are you doing? I'm plussing these numbers together. What you're doing is adding them together if it's an ing, but the activity broadly is called addition. Addition. And we use that in the language in everyday speech. In addition to this, we should probably do that. In addition, when you're making a speech, in addition, I'd like to say, or I'd like to add, in addition, I'd like to add, that's a little redundant. In addition, we should, and then say something else that you want to add to your speech, okay? What about minus? Minus sign, right? Are we minusing? No, we are subtracting. Subtracting. And the activity that we're doing, like addition, is subtraction. Subtraction. So that's the activity. And again, we use that all the time in the language. We say subtracting a few of these extra details may give this a simpler look that could actually improve it. Sometimes less is more. Just subtract a few of these extra decorations, and I think your room will look better. That means take them away. That's what you're doing. Now, when we actually read the equation, we would say 4 minus 4, not 4 subtract 4. 4 minus 4. And then, just like the other one, it would be is or equals. Is 0 equals 0. 4 minus 4. 4 minus 4. But we're doing subtraction. Okay? What about the one with the x? Well, I think you probably know that's times. Now, sometimes people will say by, but times is most common. So we say 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 4 equals 16. Okay? But what is the activity that we're doing? Again, it's different. It's called multiplication. But the verb of what we're doing is multiplying. Multiplying. If you see things growing or increasing suddenly, we say multiplying. My problems are multiplying. That means because of one problem, I tried to fix it, and that thing I tried to do to fix it actually caused more problems, so my problems are multiplying. We sometimes say multiplying exponentially. That means increasing at an incredible rate. Okay, and what we're doing is multiplication. So the multiplication of what? Could we use that in our daily lives? Sure, just like problems multiplying, we could say the multiplication of problems, or maybe the multiplication of all of our minds together to solve this issue. Maybe you could say that as well. We're putting everything together. Sometimes you would use addition for that, sometimes multiplication. What about the other one? Division. What are we doing? What's the thing that we read when we say that? We would say, actually, divided by. Divided by. That's not the name of the symbol. You might call it a division symbol. Divided by is what you say when you say the equation. 4 divided by 4. 4 divided by 4. What are we doing? Division. Division. What are we doing? Dividing. Dividing. So we're doing the thing. That would be division. We're doing it now, ing, that would be dividing. And of course, we use divide all the time as a verb or in its ing gerund form. We might say, for example, dividing up teams might help us get this done faster. Okay, but we could also divide up snacks and hand them out to people. What about division? Sometimes this word is used for social and cultural things. Division in a community can cause a lot of problems. That means people don't agree with each other. There's conflict. There's chaos, right? Division is often seen as a negative thing, meaning people are not on the same page. Division within the workplace can breed resentment and hurt company culture. Division, that's a negative thing often. But just dividing things up, making them into smaller groups or things, that would be extremely common and not necessarily negative. Now, we could go on talking about math terms, but it's, I think, interesting to note, number one, the differences in what we say when we read a basic equation and what we are actually doing, and then how those things, number two, are used in the language. Division is such a common word. Multiply is such a common word, not just for mathematics, but in the language broadly. So it's useful to learn those. It's a great question from Mary. Thanks for asking. If you guys haven't already done so, don't forget to hit the like button, of course. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and you can check out my full courses in the links in the description.